Hi, I am Suzanne from Harmonizing Energies, and today I'm sitting down with one of my clients to talk about what really happens when you do this work. So, not just a highlight reel or a sound grab, but the shifts, the clarity, and the moments where things quietly start to change. This is their experience in their words. I'm not putting any words in their mouth. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Natasha. Thank you for joining me, Natasha.
You're most welcome. Thank you for asking.
My my pleasure. Absolute pleasure. So, I guess to start with, this isn't about proving anything or selling anything. This is simply a conversation about why you started working with me, what has changed, what has surprised you, and what it's been like to do this together. So, just your honest experience, nothing more, really.
Okay, so I've always had interest in Feng Shui. I started off doing the Western black hat space and then realized that that was not the true compass of what we should be doing. And then so delved into the flying stars more. And then you kept popping up on Facebook and I kind of went, okay, and sat for a while. It's always about the money, right? The investment.
Yeah.
But then once you do the investment, you turn around and you go, why did I not do that 20 years ago when the opportunity was there? It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So ever since we've worked together, look, there has been so much huge shifts. So I live with my now 21-year-old and 19-year-old daughters, who I'll go with them first because that, as an outsider watching them, their shift, because they don't realise what's been done to the home with the remedies. It's really interesting. So I'll do the youngest. She is blowing it out of the water with her career choice to be a nurse. Not only that, she just scores the most amazing jobs, like with a private hospital and then a SIL. She's about to go on to her third trip overseas in a year. The first trip was won with a Kontiki tour. So, and she has a beautiful new boyfriend, which they met in October, and they've already been traveling together, and just her life seems to be going amazing.
Yeah.
The oldest daughter is just knocking it out of the water with her choice in what she's going to do career-wise to end goal to be in the medical field. Again, very successful. Her social life is beautiful. She's doing her, just awesome. Okay. The relationship levels with those two human beings that I share my home with have just gone great guts. We human beings argue every now and again, but there's been a massive shift in how we communicate and how we actually spend quality time together. Me personally, on a financial aspect, is that I have now secured 3 new clients that have been able to give me an extra income of about 60,000 in the last year and a half, which then has been able for me to get repairs done on the house, a new roof, new stairs, and just about finished painting externally. So, and the house feels amazing.
Amazing. So let me just go back a moment. Where were you at before we started working together? Like, what felt really heavy and what kept you stuck, do you think?
Just everything, life in general, just, that yuck stuck and, excuse my French, what the fuck feeling. It just was Groundhog Day, day after day after day after, and just a hard slog. And physically and emotionally, I was extremely drained. Now it's just, like, I've just had 2 weeks off, and there was only one day that I actually stayed in my pajamas the whole day, which is something that I didn't do. So I'm very active and I'm wanting to do things. Well, a year and a half ago, I was probably going to be in my pajamas all day, but in a depressed state.
Right.
So emotionally it's lifted. Physically it's lifted. Financially,
Perfect.
So, yeah. I was really, really stuck,
Yeah.
really heavy stuck. So everything just feels lighter and easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, and what when you before we did anything,
Mm.
what was one thing you thought was going to happen? Or did you have any hope for one certain thing to happen and then other things happen that have just surprised you?
Um, my relationship with the girls, because I was struggling, especially with the youngest, I'll be quite honest. Um, and that has a massive change, like it's done a 360.
Yep.
And then the biggest thing is probably this extra income and the new collaborations that I'm making with like-minded people in my field. So I did one on New Year's Eve Day, which was beautiful. 6 women came together, and there's been great mind shifts already with them, with just talking about, releasing and manifesting and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
not just the Feng Shui that you provide, right? There's other levels.
Yeah.
So healing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
yeah.
Perfect. What was the moment when you realized that there really had been a shift and you just still going, hang on a second, that that's a bit strange, or that I wasn't ready for that.
Um, there's been a couple. There's too many to list, actually. Um, the first one was this client, um, and being able to be brave enough to reach out and say, "Hey, would you be interested in me?" XYZ. I'm not going to go into it because it's a private.
Yep.
But and then from that, I've gotten two others on top of my own healing business. I haven't had to advertise. I think it was like over 100 days on Facebook. I hadn't put anything on there. So my side gig is just going great guns, that I know that if at any stage that I get to the point that my full-time work is not aligning with me anymore, I know I can earn enough to be comfortable to step into that role, which is the end goal, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's someone watching this who has been watching, because we know people watch, I have been watching for some time and maybe hasn't had the confidence to go, you know what, let's do this. What would you say to them?
Just do it. Seriously, because you'll thank yourself later. You really will. I wish I had not sat on the fence for so long. Seriously, things are, could have progressed even further. But I get really excited when the reports come along, because it's just like a change to juice things up a bit more.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
them being creative in what remedies need to change. And also I like to go deeper into what, why and how come and all that kind of stuff. So that's what interests me as well. So it's not just, putting a metal piece of metal somewhere. Why does it need to be metal?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. But it can be a lot of fun. So just go do it.
And would
Because
you say the process is difficult?
no, not at all. I think the only um, thing that I found that wasn't as easy as the other stuff was the water remedies. But once I kind of um, stepped out of that square and I went and found something that was perfect, which cost $5. So, that was the only thing I really found difficult. That which really wasn't difficult. So I think you've got to just get into it and do it
Yeah.
and have fun with it.
Yeah.
And
Well, I am so happy to have you in my community, and I have sat back and just watched you blossom. You look 10 years younger.
I feel it. I
Yeah.
honestly do. Yeah.
So just from watching you with your health through, yes, your money, your relationships. It's been magical to watch you, especially this last 12 months, just go from strength to strength,
Yeah,
all just from putting a couple of things in place in your home.
absolutely. And then, if you're really interested, like even like with the house painted, I'm north facing. Okay, so what colors should I be doing the house? So I've gone with deep ocean trim and surf mist, which is, water colors,
Yeah.
and it just like someone said to me this morning, it looks so refreshing, and that's how I feel. I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
And it looks like a, beach home. And it's just like, well, that's what we want. We want to walk into somewhere that's really cool and relaxed and chilled, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Your home's a sanctuary. It's your safe space. It's
It is.
so why not invest that? I don't know what your offering is now. God, I can't keep up with all of that stuff. And then if you look at myself, seriously, I've made 50 grand in the last year and a half extra. So that's like how many times percentage?
That's probably it's probably
Oh,
nearly, well, from when you signed up, for what you signed up with, it was probably nearly at least 500 times what you
right.
paid for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So that is one possibility that you can get when you get your home remedied.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think people are crazy if this. It's because I wish I'd not been so crazy. Uh, and I like that you're not fluffy.
Yeah.
Like, some people, I can be gentle with my clients, and then there's others that, and I think sometimes I can be a little bit fluffy, but that's okay because, but there's no BX. You got, this is how it is. This is what you need to do.
Yeah. No
So,
guesswork.
hey,
No guesswork.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
straight down the line. This is how it is, and that's what we've got to do, and just go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Well, thank you, Tash. I'm exceptionally proud of all the work you've done and
thank you.
how much you've done and what you've achieved in this 12 months. It's been beautiful to watch. And let's watch this space for 2026 and see what happens.
Well, holidays are already in play for December for 3 weeks. I've already told my boss on 3 weeks long service leave.
Nice. Well done. Well
Yeah.
done.
No,
All right. Well, thank you again for joining me. And
well,
if you've listened to Tasha's story and you think, okay, maybe I should jump in, then please send me a DM. I would love to have a chat to you and let's see what we can bring into your life as well. But thank you, Tash. I appreciate your time and I will talk to you in the community very soon.